Hello everyone, welcome back. Happy October. I can't believe we're already in October. This year has gone so quickly. I've been super inconsistent over the last few months where it's kind of like the end of the summer season, so it just gets really busy. I decided to film a really quick, easy autumn look today. This was all using cream eyeshadow products, so there wasn't one powder on the eyes. It was really easy to blend out actually. It's first time using all of these products on my eyes. The lighting is very in and out today. I've decided to sit facing the natural light, but it's never easy in my room with the lighting because it kind of comes in and out. But I've tried a few new products today as well. Just tried the new Face Bond foundation by Decay. This is the shade 20 Medium Olive. You'll see when I apply it that it was very orange on me, so I did think it was going to be a little bit more neutral, but once I blend out my concealer, I really enjoyed it. Feels really nice actually, but I've not really done a wear test. It looks lovely on camera as well. So this is the Urban Decay Face Bond foundation in the shade 20 Medium Olive. I have already shown this on my Instagram and TikTok because this is a super delayed video. The shade was just a little bit too orange. Well, very orange actually, as you can see. The texture was actually quite watery. My face expressions are just saying it all because of that colour, but it did blend out in the end. Going back to the texture and coverage, it was quite watery, but it did give quite a medium coverage and covered really nicely after without a cakey finish. It's always harder to get the full results when the colour isn't quite the right match. I had to neutralise this with my concealer. So this is the Vieve Radiance Concealer, and this has become my absolute favourite concealer at the moment. I've said it before, but it's actually really lightweight but gives a great coverage. It doesn't crease anywhere near as much as my other concealers, and I've been searching for something like this for a long time. This is probably the first Vieve product that I've actually fallen in love with, so I really recommend it, guys. This is a shade medium 5. So I actually like to use my foundation brush to blend out all of those kind of outer parts with the concealer. This brush is the Melly Sophia warm-up bronzer brush, but I love to use it for foundation. I find it works really nicely. And then I'm using my absolute favourite tool, which is the Tropic Velvet Cushion Sponge, and it's just, the texture of this is unreal. It melts products into the skin and you don't need to damp it. It's just unlike any other sponge that I've used. Just showing you the product in natural light without the little soft light on, and then again with the light, and this is the foundation and concealer alone without setting powder. These Lisa Eldridge Silk Liquid eyeshadows are honestly so stunning. This is a shade Gaia and it's more of a caramelly brown. I really love this kind of tone. It's the perfect kind of spice tone for the autumn winter months, but also works so well during your spring summer months for that warmth. These blend out so easily. They're kind of foolproof, and you can use a soft brush to blend it out, a nice fluffy one, or you can use your fingers. A lot of people are scared of using liquid eyeshadows, but these actually have such long wear. So if you find that you hate the texture around your eyes, or powder shadows can show the texture more, these are great. I also recently had a client who was allergic to talc, so we had to figure out a way to do eyeshadow without the talc, which would then mean a liquid was better. This next shade is the shade Thalia, and it's a little bit more of a red tone. Again, this is the kind of tone that a lot of people stay away from because they get scared of using a more reddy tone around the eyes. This kind of shade suits almost every eye colour and can really make the eyes pop. I've just gone back in with my concealer to sharpen up those edges. I really like to lift the eye by doing this. It doesn't necessarily have to be a really sharp line the way I have done it, but it's a good way to clean up and lift. So to add a little bit of depth to this look, I wanted to add in a really warm brown eyeliner through the waterline and along the lash line. This is the MAC eye pencil in the shade Costa Riche. It's got a real kind of rich, warm, reddy brown tone. And then I'm just using it on the top lash line and blending it out with a small flat brush, which makes it so easy to do. You do not need to do this perfectly. You can literally just draw a rough line and then blend it out. What I like to do is really drag it into that lash line and into the lashes, which makes it almost like a guideline for where you're blending. My current absolute favourite mascaras are from Sweed Beauty. A lot of people don't know about this brand, but I use the Pro Lash Lift Mascara and the Cloud Mascara and I'm currently obsessed with the shades being a brown rather than a black. It just looks so soft on the eyes, and especially if you're doing a day-to-day look. So now I'm just adding in a little more concealer on those inner corners to brighten again. This is one of my top tips when you've got an evening or an event where you want to be photographed. Small light layers just work so well with staying power and help look flawless for photos. I never really use just one shade on my cheeks or my lips or my eyes. So this is a mixture of the Huda Beauty blusher in the shade Watermelon Pop and the YSL liquid blush in the shade Coral Crush. So pretty together and blend out so easily. I love a cream bronzer to bronze and contour the face. This is the Vieve Modern Radiance bronzer in the shade Medium. I could probably do with the shade Tan, but this is a softer colour for the winter months. And this is kind of foolproof because it's quite a sheer bronzer, so if you're a bit scared of cream bronzers, this is a good place to start. This brand is sold at Space NK, and I think it might be on Cult Beauty and Sephora. The perfect texture and shade for nose contour as well. I really love to shade and contour the nose along with the rest of the face because it always makes the face look very flat and bland in the middle when you've done everything else and not the nose. And like I said, light small layers. We're back in with the concealer once again to brighten that area and to clean up. This little Prada Beauty brush is amazing for around the eyes and concealer. It's literally called the Concealer Buffer Brush. And you can see the size of it just fits perfectly in those areas. Please remember that these small light layers aren't needed for a day-to-day makeup. This is actually more for an evening event when you want your makeup to last and look great in all the photos. This is kind of like my go-to technique on all clients. My personal favourite part of all makeup is the lip liner because firstly, it just completely transforms your face and your lips can look so much more enhanced with lip liner. This is the shade Travis by Makeup by Mario. It's such a beautiful warm brown. Again, it blends so easily. It's quite soft and easy to apply. And staying power, I would say the Huda Beauty lip liners stay better, but Mario's shades are just so nice that I can't resist. To maximise your lips, I always go right into that small kind of white line above your actual lip colour, so it's kind of the dip above your lip. Not everyone wants to do this, but I like to enhance my lips as much as possible. And when it comes to overlining, just make sure that those cupid bow and centre of the lip is extended the most and the outer corners are kind of as close to your natural lip as possible. This makes it look more natural and not so fake. So this lip gloss is my favourite lip gloss that's out there. This is the Huda Beauty Faux Filler Lip Gloss, and this is the shade Honey. All the shades are so gorgeous, but the texture of this lipstick is stunning. It stays on really well and it's really moisturising for the lips as well. So my next step for makeup is the setting powder. This is the Makeup by Mario new setting powder, and I actually really like it. It's very, very smooth, very, very airbrushed, and it's not got loads of cover. It's lightweight and gives more of a soft finish rather than a real bright, overpowering powder. I will say if you're someone that suffers with slightly more dehydrated or dry skin, then this powder won't be for you. Or I'd suggest using it very, very lightly, so not too much powder applied. I always like to go under the cheekbone and along the jawline with my powder because that just creates more definition. And now you can see the full result of that foundation and concealer with the setting powder. I'm now going over all the areas that I bronzed with a powder bronzer. This seems stupid, but it sets everything in and just adds a bit more depth. This is the Makeup by Mario Transforming Skin Perfector, I think, in the shade Medium Dark. I love to add back in my beauty spots with the Freck product. I like to add one in on my cheek as well. I just press this in using my fingers so that it stays. This is also great to create faux freckles. Setting all of that makeup in using the Makeup by Mario new setting spray. This will help to melt all the products together and create a nice long wearing base. And that is the finished look. I'm going to show you whilst this light is shining through. You'll be able to see my pores a little bit more, see more of my skin texture. Basically, I've tried a new foundation. I'm not sure what I'm feeling. I'm gonna actually just spruce up the makeup and show you guys how you can just do one small thing to up the game with the makeup to make it a bit more kind of like autumny, spicy vibes. So let me do that now. This is the Mcgrath liquid eyeshadow in the shade Smouldering Seduction. I can't get over this shade, guys. So once again, it's a liquid shadow, so it's super easy to blend out. You can use a brush or you can use your fingers. The reason I recommend and love liquid shimmer shadows so much is because they suit every eye. This could be for someone with a more mature eyelid or someone with a bit of texture, and they just smooth out so nicely. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that little voiceover. I thought it'd be quicker for me to just get the makeup on and speak over it whilst I was doing. It was a really simple, easy blend out look. I feel like the products I used were really user friendly, so really nice first try with these beautiful colors for the autumn. I literally love autumn colors. Like I love the rust, I love brown, I love chocolate browns. Like I'm obsessed with chocolate and I'm so excited to go into that season. I can fully embrace autumn winter this year because I'm not going to be in Dubai for 2 months, 3 months, so I can actually embrace it. Let me know what you'd like to see going into the next few months and what style of videos you like. It's been a while since I've sat and actually done a makeup video for you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. I'm so grateful for your continued support when I do post on here, even though I'm not consistent. And I will see you in the next video.